Hey everyone, this is Jill.
And this is Sarah. Happy Thanksgiving.
And you are listening to
Milk and Whiskey Podcast.
Man, we ain't about to bull, but we need 6 rings. And no, we ain't cousins, but we try to be kings. So you better crown us, better get from around us. If you ain't A1, we been real.
Oh, that's right. We've been real since day one.
Yes, we have.
Man, we are 9 episodes in. Next week's going to be our 10th episode. Can you believe it?
I can't. You know what? I'm really fucking proud and I'm thankful that we have made it this far.
That's right, because it is good to be thankful since it's fucking Thanksgiving. I can't believe that it's already Thanksgiving. Fuck.
Dude, time is flying so fast. It's so sad. I still haven't even taken down my Halloween decorations. And we're already like halfway in through like November or whatever.
And speaking of Thanksgiving, you know what I am super thankful for is our subscribers and all of our followers on Instagram at Milk and Whiskey Pod, all of our Twitter followers at Milk Whiskey Pod. And I'm thankful for all of you who are not already following us or subscribe to us, because I'm assuming that you will follow and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment, leave us a review. We'd be super thankful for that.
Leave us a 5-star rating, but I couldn't agree with you more. And seriously, to the old time fans, you guys are the real MVPs, because you guys are the reason why we are, keeping this going. We're staying motivated and we are just really enjoying doing this podcast together. And honestly, I'm actually really thankful for you guys too, because this is actually another good way for me to spend time and hang out with my cousin.
Definitely. That's one of the things I'm super thankful for this podcast for, is that we actually talk regularly now, because we just kept getting so caught up in our lives and stuff. And it wasn't that we were neglecting each other, but it just ended up happening. So this makes us talk to each other and text all the time. And then, yeah, definitely. And also, speaking of our followers, I'm also super thankful for those of you who DM us and tell us how much you love our episodes. Like Nessa, for last episode, episode 7, she messaged us about the high school one, said that she really related to us. So we love to hear stuff like that, you guys. Definitely keep sending us DMs, slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. Just don't be sending dick pics.
No dick pics.
Because you know what's going to happen. We already went over that. And actually follow up to that, I asked Trevor what he would do if some guy randomly sent me a dick pic, and he said he would make me snap a picture of his dick to send back. So, following up on that. Yes. Right?
I should ask Cole what he would do.
You should. Yeah. Tell us on the next podcast. But obviously this week we are talking about Thanksgiving. It's actually going to be a couple of Thanksgiving firsts for both of us. For me, my first Thanksgiving as a married woman, as for Trevor and I as a married couple, and then Jill, big first Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's going to be our son's very first Thanksgiving.
Yay!
I know. I'm so excited. And it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to play out. Mm-hmm. And I'm already getting super festive, trying to get into the spirit. And
do you have his outfit picked out?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Do I want to dress him as a fucking turkey? Or do I want to dress him nice? You know what I mean? In a nice fall outfit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
We haven't fully figured it out yet. 100% we're going to go to my family's, because we always go to my family's thing, because, a Filipino holiday is everybody and their mother and their cousin and their high school roommate and their family comes over. So, it's a giant thing. So of course we're going to go to ours.
Who's holding it?
I actually don't know. I know I never even follow up until the day before. I'm so bad about it. I'm I know that we're going to have it. I'll find out when before. But yeah, this one's going to be interesting, because it's another unfortunate first. This is going to be our first Thanksgiving since Trevor's stepdad passed, and usually we do Thanksgiving as well with his mom and his sons, but I don't think that I don't know if they're going to be up for hosting anything this year. So we'll just see. I mean, we're going to kind of play it by ear. We're definitely, no matter what, we're going to hang out with his mom. We just don't know what the actual plans are yet.
Now that you brought that up, that's crazy because this will be Clyde's first Thanksgiving, and then, you know, it'll be his first Thanksgiving as well without his grandfather, because this will be Cole's second Thanksgiving without his dad. So yeah, that's crazy about Trevor and Cole and these things that happened.
And I mean, it is sad, but I mean, it is Thanksgiving. So I look at it as it's a time to be thankful for the time that we had with them.
Right, and exactly.
They would want us to all celebrate and be together and be happy. So I'm definitely looking forward to hanging out with his mom. I'm actually kind of hoping that we can drag her over to our Thanksgiving, because I know that she would have so much fun because there's so many kids running around and so much family around. So
I was just going to ask you that too. If now that you guys are a married couple, are you guys going to try and have joint parties between his family and your family and...
With his mom, yeah.
Well, because, you know, in like the Filipino culture, for the most part, all the in-laws and whatever, they all get together and like, everybody's auntie, uncle, whatever. So, you know, since you guys are like an interracial married couple, like, I don't know how that'll be. Ours is very separated as well.
I mean, ours has always been separated. We're definitely we've already talked about, we're 100% gonna invite his mom over for Thanksgiving. And the invitation's fully up to her. You know, this is gonna be her first Thanksgiving without her husband. So we're not gonna pressure it to her. We're just gonna leave the invitation out there. And then it also just depends on if his stepbrothers are going to end up doing anything. Because usually they host Thanksgiving because they have a house, but we'll see. Yeah. What about you guys? I've always wondered that for you guys. So you guys do separate Thanksgivings?
So up until we lived together, which is like fucking crazy, we actually never spent the holidays together.
Really?
I know, it's really weird. And I found it odd as to like why it was the way it was. But once we started actually living together, that's when we started spending holidays together. And now obviously with our son, we're definitely spending more holidays together, like with each other's families. I don't know why. Like, it kind of sucked now that I think about it, because it just, in a way, I feel like it's all these years that have gone by that I've been with Cole, and like years missed of not being able to like get to know his family and vice versa, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good though. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't know. Everything happens for a reason, right? So I think Clyde is definitely the glue to Cole and I spending holidays with each other's families. And I think it's super great and awesome. So it'll be good. How are you guys going to do it? I mean, as a couple, like, is it where you and Trevor spend time with your side for lunch and then you guys spend time with his side for dinner? Or like, what do you guys do?
Oh my God. Thanksgiving for us is a nightmare because no one wants to accommodate having a lunchtime Thanksgiving. So a Filipino holiday, traditionally, it goes from 7 to like midnight. So we can arrive late to that one. And honestly, we've seen that a lot with a lot of, you know, my cousin just got married, but all of my other cousins, they have their spouses. A lot of the times our generation, we come later because we go to the other person's Thanksgiving first. So that's usually what Trevor and I do. We go to his family's Thanksgiving. I just eat like a small taster portion of everything. Trevor eats a full plate because, you know, he's a bottomless pit. But it's like really weird though, because this is a super weird thing about Trevor. You know, he loves food. He loves to fucking eat, but he hates Thanksgiving, which is a holiday based around eating. He really hates Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't like the food. He doesn't like turkey. He doesn't like mashed potatoes. He doesn't like stuffing. So, I mean, that's why.
You know what? I agree with him because I'm kind of right there with him. Like, I don't feel like it's as fascinating. I don't know.
Stuffing is life to me. I fucking love stuffing.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not like...
I'm like... I will do a plate full of stuffing. I don't even fucking care. It's so good to me. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
If anything, like, I really like, what is it? Sweet potato pie.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, like, I'm not a fan of turkey.
Turkey's okay. It's kind of dry.
Yeah, unless if it's like the turkey leg from Disneyland, I'm down.
No, I mainly go for the fucking stuffing, dude. I'm like all there for the stuffing and the green bean casserole. I'm super into that. But speaking of the food though, for Thanksgiving, you know, like at Trevor's families, we have traditional Thanksgiving food, but it's like so funny. Then we get to our Filipino Thanksgiving afterwards where we actually do the real eating. And like for Trevor, that's the real eating because, you know, like a Filipino Thanksgiving, we're going to have the traditional American Thanksgiving food, but then there's also fucking like lumpia and sinigang and shit next to all of this crap. So he'll eat that. It's so funny. We swap. I'm eating all of like the white people food and he's eating all the Filipino food. And I'm like, this really worked out for us, didn't it?
I mean, I think that's how it is at every Filipino party. Is like, you know, for Thanksgiving, of course, you're going to have that traditional food, but they got to add their Filipino food in there too.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus like American culture, it's very, you know, American food. So like,
there's like pandesal mixed in with dinner rolls and shit. And you're just like, okay, it's a free for all. What are you going to get? American food or Filipino food? We'll see.
Yeah, it's a buffet. It's a fucking buffet. I love it. So you guys usually go to like Trevor's side for like dinner and then your side for...
Because they eat early. Well, not necessarily that they eat earlier. It's just that their celebrations are more concise. You know, they just have the dinner and that's it and maybe hang out a little bit. But, you know, Filipino Thanksgiving is
all day.
Everybody gets there. They mingle for 2 hours. Then they eat. And then it's like an hour later, people start going for dessert. And then after that, it's coffee. But then everybody just keeps mingling until like 11 or 12 at night. So we have time. So that's why we do his family first.
But like on your side, do you guys do a sit down dinner for the Filipino side or no?
No, it's a real Filipino one. It's free for all.
Yeah. So it's like a buffet where you just pick your plate, you sit down wherever you can find a seat and you just chit chat with whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Trevor likes that one better too, which is why we never ever skip it. Like we've skipped his mom's before to go to his actual dad's, not his stepdad's Thanksgiving. And, you know, we've swapped them out, but we never pass on mine just because I think Trevor likes it better because it's, you know, it's casual. There's a ton of food. There's food that he wants to eat. He also really loves my family and just how big it is and how everybody's just always, you know, they're so close, you know, on his side. All of his cousins live in Boston. He sees them like maybe once every couple of years. So it's, you know, it's very different. So he likes the camaraderie, definitely.
Yeah.
How does Cole feel about holidays with your family?
He loves it. I mean, we definitely celebrate a lot like the Filipino side for you too, where it's just a huge buffet. People just kind of help themselves to the food that's put out. And then you just sit wherever. And then we have this one crazy aunt. Well, she's not like quote unquote crazy, but like she's just like, she's like a ball full of fun and positivity and just, you just like gravitate towards her, towards that energy. And like all she wants to do is just get you fucked up and like, come on guys, it's shot o'clock. It's shot o'clock. Let's go. And just wants to rally and like she can outdrink any of us. And it's just like, he has such a good time with her. Yeah. So everybody has a good time with her.
Well, yeah, you're taking shots.
Yeah. She's just so fun. Like at every fucking party. And then his side last year, it was sit down. It was a really good spread, but it was definitely a sit down dinner and you kind of had to like talk to whoever you were sitting next to. And then there would be a room where like, you know, if it's the football game or whatever, people would just go in that room and just watch TV and stuff. But it's cool. It's very laid back and it's a nice, quiet setting.
Yeah. Like a Filipino one is like loud and everybody's talking, everybody's hanging. And then the American Thanksgivings are definitely more intimate. You know, you're really talking to everybody and, you know, they do the thing where like go around the table and say what you're thankful for this year. I've never done that on Thanksgiving with my family because there's fucking 60 people. Like that's going to take an hour. Fuck that shit. We all want to eat. Food's going to get cold. You know? So, I mean, usually just one tito, uncle, for those of you out there who are not Filipino, but one uncle will do like a prayer and then just say like a general, we're so thankful for the year and we'll go. But sometimes it's nice on a more intimate scale to actually see, you know, I growing up not doing Thanksgiving like that, I've only ever seen that, you know, on the movies where you go around the table and you say what you're thankful for. So it's kind of nice to be in that environment and actually see it actually happen.
I fucking agree with you there.
So I do have to say one thing that I'm not looking forward to this Thanksgiving, and I'm just gonna like rant really quick about it.
Uh-oh.
Is the fucking dreaded question. You know, the one that I hate? The one that I know is gonna come up, even though I told the family to stop asking me this.
When are you guys having kids?
Yeah. When are you guys gonna have kids? I fucking hate that question. I just want to say to you guys out there, you know, if you know a couple that just got married, you have a couple in your family that just got married, unless they are a couple that has expressed that they are in a hurry to make babies, can I just ask, plead with you? Do not keep asking them that question. In fact, don't ask them that question at all. You know, can we just make the question instead of when are you guys going to have kids? Because then you're demanding it on a time frame for you. It's not a question that accommodates them. It's really you being nosy, you wanting them to have kids, you know, that has nothing to do with them. So instead of asking them that, can we please make the question, what are your plans now that you're married? That opens up the door for them to talk about kids if they're willing to.
I like that.
And if they're not, then they won't talk about it and then just leave it alone because clearly that's not on their mind yet. So please ask married couples, instead of saying, when are you guys having kids? Stop putting that pressure on them. Just say, what are your plans now that you're married? Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk.
I really like that open-ended question. And
yes, like let them tell you.
Yeah, I really, really like that.
And it really annoys me because I'm like, I understand that everyone's excited. They want to see new little babies running around and shit.
Right.
But wouldn't you want us to be in the right place to have kids first? Why do you need to point us there right away? You know, we're still in an apartment that honestly to me doesn't fully feel like our home yet. Why don't you let our concern first be move out of an apartment into a proper home first so that we can have a child and raise a child in a home? Like,
right. I mean, and I'm sure the question has come up already before I even became pregnant about, so when are you guys going to get married? And I'm just like, man, it just puts the pressure on both Cole and I. And like, that shit's fucking annoying because I mean,
well, I'm sorry. I ask you that question all the time, but that's just because I want to be a bridesmaid again and help plan a wedding. I just really want to plan a wedding. I'm not trying to pressure you guys at all. I just want to plan a wedding again. I'm getting the itch. Like
but my thing is I don't even know. I mean, yes, I would like to get married, but like, who knows? Who knows if tomorrow both Cole and I decide, marriage isn't really for us. I think things are great as it is now, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good open-ended question.
Yeah. What are your plans now?
Yeah, I really like that. So are you going to be making anything or baking anything for?
Hell no. No? I got 2 fucking Thanksgivings to go to. If I make anything, I have to start it so early in the day. And then like, you know, if I'm making it for Trevor's, like it's fine. But if I'm making it for my family's, then it's cold by the time we get there. Also, I don't know. This sounds so terrible. I've never made any food for like a family celebration. I just come and I eat the food that other people make for me.
That's so funny. So like last year, okay, Cole's a really, really good fucking cook. And my mom she's a horrible cook. She's usually always.
She's not?
Yeah, she is. She's usually always in charge of the fucking bird. And I don't know why they always appoint her to make her in charge of the bird. She like never knows how to fucking cook it. It always ends up becoming bloody and they got to stick that shit back in the oven, this and that. So this time, like my mom wasn't feeling confident and Cole took the reins and was like, all right, mom, like, let me be in charge of the fucking turkey. And he made the turkey for my family last year and it was fucking delicious.
Oh, good for Cole.
Yeah. So that was our contribution to the family food.
Look at San Francisco food guy coming through with the bomb ass turkey.
And everybody was like the turkey was gone. Usually there's always a ton of fucking leftovers, but it was gone because it was that good. But as far as me cooking, like I would like to try and bake stuff, but I mean, cause I'm working, I'll probably have to bake something the night before. I kind of want to be like your sister, Atalia. I remember her making this beautiful pie and fruit tart. And I remember her telling me it took her like I was like, Jesus, you are freaking talented. Like it literally looks like store-bought from Whole Foods or something.
She makes this thing every Thanksgiving too called a pumpkin gooey cake. And oh my God, Jill, it's fucking amazing. Like it's just like melt in your mouth, spicy pumpkin goodness. It's delicious.
Why does she not open up her own fucking bakery? Like, she's so talented. I just like, and actually you should probably like have her take pictures of like all her pies and stuff so we could post it on the gram so people can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I'll ask her to do it. Definitely. So guys, again, make sure that you're following us on Instagram
to take a look at this because you guys may want to fucking eat your phone once you see these pictures.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of Thanksgiving and things that we're thankful for, we wanted to share with all of our Milk and Whiskey fam out there, all of our listeners, the 5 things that we each are thankful for this year. So to start off, obviously the first thing that I want to say that I am thankful for is for having an absolutely beautiful dream of a wedding that our families gave to us. I'm so thankful for that wedding. And more importantly, I'm so thankful for being able to marry my partner this year.
Aww. Yeah. That's
very
so sweet.
Thankful. We know that we couldn't have done it without our parents. And honestly, it was a dream wedding.
Yeah,
I can't not even tell you. I look back on those pictures and I'm just in awe of how perfect it was. It was a visually stunning wedding. So very, very thankful for the opportunity to have that, which made such a beautiful memory that I can have forever with me of the day that I married my husband.
That is so sweet. Okay, so maybe I'm going to come off a little fucking conceited, but I am thankful for myself.
No, that's not conceited. You should be thankful for yourself. You go, girl.
The reason being is because I'm thankful that with a lot of support and help, I was able to bounce back from such a dark moment going through postpartum depression and just come out to being a strong woman for myself, my family, and my son. So I'm really thankful that I was able to get the courage to just be able to get back on my own 2 feet again.
No, you should absolutely be talking about that, be touting yourself about that, because that's amazing. I mean, obviously, I haven't personally experienced it, but I know that...
Well, you were there when you saw me.
And yeah, I know. You didn't even want to leave the house when I came to visit. And clearly, I've seen it firsthand. It can be tough. So absolutely, girl, you rock that. You fucking be thankful for you. And the fact that you got through that, that's not conceited at all. That was a big undertaking. And I'm proud of you, and I love you, and I'm glad that you are all better. You're taking Clyde all around the town and showing him everywhere.
I know.
I need to come back up there.
You do.
I know. Well, you got to have him come down here too.
I know. We need to get him an ID, like a passport or an identification card, before we can bring him anywhere.
Oh, really?
Which I didn't know that.
Oh,
I know.
that's so
I didn't
crazy.
know that. It makes sense though.
Oh, government! Why do you make it so hard? I just want to show my nephew where I live. God damn it. Rude. So clearly not thankful for that part, though. Anyways, so my next one ties into our last episode, which is our high school reunion and high school experiences. If you haven't listened to that, I'm just going to plug it. Go back and listen to it. Mm-hmm. But the second thing I'm thankful is for yet another year of friendship with my high school girlfriends, my high school crew. I know that a lot of friendships, especially high school friendships, don't necessarily last super long, but I'm so incredibly grateful every day for the fact that my closest friends are still that same girl crew from high school. Aww. They're my ride or dies. And I mean, tying into the first thing that I'm thankful for, they were the majority of my wedding party at my wedding because I am still so close with them. But just having a friendship that lasts that long is honestly so special. And I'm grateful every day, every year that we have another day or year of friendship.
Oh, I am thankful for my relationship with Cole. We have gone through hell and back together, and I couldn't imagine my life without him. And it's crazy because I had told Cole, the very first day I laid eyes on him in high school, like I just knew he was the one for me. And I just knew he was the guy that like I would love to marry and this and that. And he told me like, he was like, well, there wasn't a specific moment that made me fall in love with you. It just, I was like, this dick. but it grew over time. And I was just like, you know what? He's right. That's probably the more romantic way of falling in love with someone is it growing over time. But I'm very thankful that he's been by my side from day one. So,
oh, that's so sweet. And I do love Cole. I love Cole.
Aw, thanks.
I have so much fun with him. All right. So my next thing that I'm thankful for this year, it's kind of a silly one, but you know what? I feel like I'm on borrowed time with this one, so I gotta be thankful for it every year. I am thankful that my hair continues to stay strong for another year with heavy bleaching. I'm gonna be blonde forever, fuckers. I will be blonde forever. It hasn't fallen off. I've gotten a little bit more breakage over the years, but it's okay. It's still pretty thick hair and it still feels good. Even with monthly bleaching, blonde forever. Thankful for the fact that I have hair that strong to withstand those chemicals.
Hashtag forever blonde.
Yes. Hashtag blonde hair don't care. That my parents hate so much with a passion. I think they were heartbroken when they realized I was not going to dye my hair back to brown for the wedding.
Oh, I love it blonde. So do you, boo. Yeah. Do you.
Thank you.
Live your life.
And it looks good. Fuck it. I'm just going to say it looks fucking good. I pull off blonde. For a tan girl, I fucking pull off blonde.
You hella pull off blonde. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to go that way, but I'm doing balayage right now, so
okay. No, hey, dip into it. But I mean, I feel more like me when I look in the mirror and I see a head of blonde hair than when I have brown hair. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna rock this for as long as I can do it.
But I also did love you as redhead. I thought you looked super hot as
oh my god. I loved my hair bright red. I would die to go back to red again, but the problem was that it ruined my hair to almost to the point of no return. It fucked up my hair. Everyone's like, oh, bleaching your hair blonde, doesn't that do so much damage? No. Red fucking kills it because it wasn't like an auburn hair or anything. It was fire engine red. Like I was having 100% Eva Marie vibes from WWE, who, by the way, I met when I had my fire engine red hair. And she told me that my hair was fucking banging. So just saying.
Yeah, I remember being a redhead, and it was honestly, it was more of an upkeep than being blonde. And like literally every time I washed my hair, it looked like a fucking murder scene.
Yes, and it dyed your bathroom pink.
And then your towels.
Yes,
oh my god.
And your pillow, if you went to bed with your hair even a little bit damp, it was so fucking bad. And then like with red hair too, you can't have a root. With blonde hair, you can get away with a root because it's natural for blonde hair to be darker at the base. But for red, no, it's not. Like, so it's obvious.
But you did rock it for the time being.
Thank you. I loved it. I would 100% do it again someday if I didn't work where I worked. So if someone sponsor us, so I don't have to work where I work. I'm thankful for our upcoming sponsors who I'm sure are coming any day now. But I would totally do it again. 100%. I loved it.
Me too. If I had the time to maintain that shit.
Okay, so what's your next thing that you're thankful for?
Obviously, I am thankful for my son. I mean, I couldn't name my top 5 without my son being on that list. But you see a lot of posts about mothers losing their identity because all they associate themselves with is becoming a mom. But honestly, CJ or Clyde, whatever you want to fucking call him, he has actually helped me find my identity. He has actually helped me find who I am. He's helped me become a more confident woman, and he's helped me become even happier. I mean, even during those dark ages that I went through, but he has really, I'm forever in his debt. I love that little guy. And
no, I know. And I've noticed it too. You have really, really stepped into just being a mom. Like that is, like not in a bad way at all. You have embraced that identity fully. And it's been a really beautiful thing to see.
Aw, thanks.
It is. You're a great mom. You honestly are doing so well. Like, you're doing amazing. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. Channeling my inner Kris Jenner.
Oh, I was thinking like Regina George's mom.
Oh, that too. I mean, either one.
Yeah, whichever works. But like, you know, like I said, had I not had Clyde, we wouldn't be having this Instagram or this podcast, or even you, like you wouldn't be inspired to start up your bottled ambition again because it was kind of dead and we had to revive it.
Yeah, because you called me saying you wanted to start a mommy blog and I was all like, oh my God, why am I not doing my blog anymore?
Exactly. So, I mean, I have a lot to thank him for.
I'm so glad you guys had sloppy sex that ended up with Clyde.
I know. And I'm obviously very thankful that he's a healthy little being. First and foremost, I'm thankful that he's a healthy little being. But yeah, I know. I'm really happy that, you know, mommy and daddy were really fucked up in Lake Tahoe and just got drunk.
He's a party baby.
Oh boy, was he a party baby.
Oh, I can't wait to give him this podcast episode on his 18th birthday and just scar him.
See his birthday sex.
wait for the follow-up, guys, in 18 years on this podcast.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Yeah. What about you? Your turn.
All right. My next thing that I'm thankful for is, I'm thankful to have, you know, I like to run the front a lot of someone sponsor us so we don't have to work. But honestly, I do love the company that I work for. So I'm very thankful to have a job that I genuinely love, despite the times that it gets so crazy, like it has been over the past couple of months. I've been at work. I was at work on Halloween until 9 p.m. But even with that, I do genuinely love my position. I love the team that I work on. My product team is amazing. And I don't think I've ever mentioned it on this podcast, but I'm actually in the automotive industry. My client is a luxury automotive brand. So I get to see all of the brand new cars that they're about to come out with, and I get to see the latest models, and I sometimes get to drive the latest models and everything. And it's really cool. And I really do love getting to work in such an interesting and exciting industry and expand my automobile knowledge, because it's such a really, really cool industry and a really, really cool world in, you know, the auto world.
That's awesome.
Very thankful for that.
Yeah.
And I've gotten like a lot of opportunities where I got to take Trevor and he got to, you know, race some of the performance cars out at Angel Stadium in the parking lot, where, you know, he could do like these really intricate tracks and stuff that had like these
like
crazy, no, not donuts, but like these crazy like twists and turns on these super crazy high performance cars, and he could floor it. He was allowed to completely floor it, pedal to the metal, and he had so much fun doing that. We had so much fun. I didn't do it because I'm not like the world's greatest driver, so I just didn't believe in myself enough to drive at that high a speed with all of these crazy ass turns. So I just sat in the passenger seat when he did it. Maybe I'll post one of the videos from it, but it was so much fun. And like, it's really cool to get to work for a company where I have the opportunities to do those kinds of things.
That's really cool that you get to like drive new cars before they get launched.
Yeah. And we get to see them. They sometimes store some of them at our office and stuff. So it's really, really cool.
That'll be the day when they're like, hey guys, we got extra these models. Do you guys want it?
Right? I wish.
Like, put it out for free. Oh my God, like iPods or something. That would be awesome.
Oh, I wish that they could just give out cars like that. That'd be so great.
Right?
All right. What's yours?
I am thankful for my family. I wouldn't, you know, both friends and family, I wouldn't be where I am today without them, because both my parents, my sister, you, and like my best friend, like Lauren, and my other childhood friends, I wouldn't be where I am today. They have really helped shape me to the woman that I am today, to help me gain this confidence and to just be more assertive and to be able to just be proud of who I am. So I'm very, very thankful that I have such good people in my corner rooting for me.
It's good to have a good support system. Not a lot of people have that. So that is definitely something to be thankful for.
Yeah, seriously.
So my last one is that I am thankful for having a cousin who, despite her crazy schedule, was so on board when I came to her with this crazy idea of us doing a podcast, even though we're on opposite sides of the state. And I'm so thankful that she was willing to do it. And she ended up becoming so much more into it than I anticipated, so that we get to build this community for our listeners. We get to talk to each other at least once a week. and that we get to kind of build something and create something between the two of us. I think it's really exciting, and I'm really thankful that you said yes when I just threw it out there. I don't know if we've ever told, actually, we haven't ever told the story, but I originally thought about doing a podcast on my own, and my first text to her was like, should I start a podcast? And before she had even answered me, it dawned on me that I should have a partner and that it should be Jill, because clearly our chemistry is banging, guys. And
fuck yeah.
Yeah. And we discovered that from a failed Instagram TV video that we tried to film. We filmed for a half hour and then all the footage was lost. But we discovered then that our chemistry was fucking bomb. So literally a minute after I texted her asking her if I should do a podcast, I texted on top of that and said, wait a second, would you be willing to do a podcast with me? And at first she was like, I don't know. But then she came around to it and then she was on board. And I'm so glad that she's agreed to do it because we're here now. And I've been loving every second of it. So thank you. I'm thankful for you.
Aw,
yeah.
Thank you. I'm thankful for you too. I know, it's crazy. Like, I totally feel like, do you remember when we were little and we would always spend summers together? Hence, I would go with you to like teen camp. And I totally remember, I vividly remember. So you, in your old house, you guys had a game room, and in that game room was this microphone recorder. Do you remember what I'm talking? It's like a stereo with a microphone. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I used to record cassettes on there.
Yes, you and I would come up with games, and like we would pretend to have a talk show host, and we would interview your mom and everything.
Oh my god,
that's kind of what I feel like. You remember what I'm talking about now?
Yes,
do you remember?
We've been training for this our whole lives.
Our whole lives, we've been training for this. Yes, so I remember that, and now I'm like, oh my god, now we're doing this as adults, and we're putting this out into the real world, and like we're trying to go somewhere with this, and like, you know, it's also great for us to spend time together, and like, I don't know, it's great. I'm super thankful for that, and it's very nostalgic that I do this with you too.
Aww, no, I'm so glad that you're on board. I was scared at first because you were like, I don't know, with being a mom, I don't know if I can do it, and I was all like, well, just try the first couple with me, see how it goes.
9 episodes later, I'm still here, bitches.
Yeah, she's still here.
Even though I may suck at responding and preparing, I still show up. Okay,
that's okay. And this is one of the things that I'm thankful for, that you were willing to do it with me, because it balances us out. Because I sometimes can over prepare to the point where I can probably end up sounding scripted, but you're so like on the fly that it just balances the two of us out. I keep the structure, but you keep it fun and just kind of moving.
Yeah.
In that way, it creates in my opinion, it creates a really great show.
I fucking agree with you there. Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's exactly what I'm thankful for too. And I feel like I've mentioned this throughout the whole episode about how I'm thankful for you. So, and you know how I also know, like, yes, we may be cousins and we may be blood, whatever, but like, you know how I know you are there for me is during my deep, dark time of going through postpartum depression, I was in a state where I didn't want any visitors. And sometimes people from the outside know what's best for me than me. And you showed up, when Clyde was only like a week or 2 weeks or whatever?
No, he was about a month old. Like, I gave you a month.
A month old? Okay, yeah. But you still showed up and you were there, and you were there for me even to just like hang out, watch movies, eat fucking chicken wings, Domino's pizza, whatever.
Dumplings.
But like, dumplings, $100 worth of dumplings. But you know, like, yeah, that's how I knew you were there for me, like, through thick and thin, and you'll always be there for me, you know, regardless if we were cousins or not.
Of course. Yeah.
That's just like the kind of person that you are. And I feel like there needs to be more of you in this world, of somebody that's really so loyal and they follow through on what they say, they execute. And we need more of that, you know?
Oh, thank you. It is also because of a little bit of stubbornness, because I even, like, my mom was all like, why do you need to fly up there? I'm like, because I want to. And I know that a lot of moms just end up getting stuck at home because they forget what it's like to be with adults. And I just want to fly up, and I just want to show up and at least be a little change in her routine, if anything.
And I thought that was the sweetest thing. And I was thinking oh no, I shouldn't have visitors, but that ended up being really good for me.
I obviously I did text Cole I texted Gabby, who then talked to Cole beforehand just to make sure it was okay. And we all kind of agreed, it's probably good for her to, shake it up a little bit, even if it's within your house. We're not asking you to go outside of your house. It's within your house. But and I think it ended up being a great time too, because Lauren's just so happened to fly in the day after me. So we all got to hang out that night. So
it ended up working out.
I think it was definitely good timing. And I'm glad that I got to, because if I hadn't gone to see Clyde at just a month old, I would have died, because he's so cute. Oh my God. And he's growing so fast.
I know. And
it's too fast. Can you stop it?
I know. Let them be little.
I know. Last time I was there, he was like this little newborn, and you're posting pictures and he's like a mini man. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was there in February. What the hell?
And he's growing into his mini man self.
It's crazy. He straight up looks like Cole, but if you took a shrink ray and just shrunk him. It's crazy. That's another thing I'm thankful for, was the fact that I'm fucking stubborn as fuck. I didn't listen, and I just fucking flew up there anyways.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't listen to my mom and at anyone who's oh, why fly up just for a day? I'm because a fucking day matters. And I want to see him when he's still a little tiny baby.
A little blob of life.
Yes, exactly. Before he starts talking back, I want to see him. So I'm thankful too that I got to fly up and hang out with you. And I'm thankful too that you were into it. I remember when I was flying up, I was a little bit scared. I was oh my God, is she going to be oh, I don't think I can handle you being here? But I'm glad that
it ended up being really good for me.
That you're saying that it was good for you.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too. Oh my God, we're so sappy. Stop. Okay.
I know.
Before we get sappier, oh my God, we just want to thank all of our listeners out there, whether you're brand new and this is the first one that you're hearing from us, or if you've been listening since day one, our OG family. Happy Thanksgiving. We hope you have a wonderful evening with your family, with your friends, whoever you choose to celebrate with.
And have a fun, memorable, and safe Thanksgiving. If y'all go Black Friday shopping, don't go too crazy, or at least somehow strategize it.
Right?
So, and I wish you guys all the best of luck, and I hope you guys find whatever you guys are fucking looking for when you guys are Black Friday shopping, because I don't have time for that.
And I'm just gonna tease it. Speaking of Black Friday shopping, maybe keep an eye on our account even after this episode comes out, because, you might get a little Thanksgiving surprise from us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Maybe. But thank you guys so much for listening. Like we said earlier in the podcast, make sure to follow us. Our Instagram is Milk and Whiskey Pod. Our Twitter is Milk Whiskey Pod. Definitely follow us on Twitter, because honestly, both of us just randomly fucking tweet throughout the day, and it's just whatever the fuck we're going through at the time. So if you want to keep up with how we are just failing at life, please go follow us on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm at _baldwin ambition.
And make sure to go ahead and follow me at Case of the Mom Days.
And thank you guys so much. Again, subscribe, rate, review us, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
All I ever wanted was to ball. From childhood, that's the only thing I recall. Walking up and down the classroom hall.
Crap, I can't find our outro. Hold on.
All I ever
wanted.
Why is it that these parts don't fucking cut out, but the ones then when we get serious, it fucking cuts out? Okay.
Oh, am I starting?
Who's going? Miriam.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to do so much work when I edit, and it's definitely half my fault. Fuck.
We haven't even started. We barely started. What does angling it have to do with anything?
No, just slightly turn it see if it messes with the connection at all.
I don't think so. I moved it a few inches to the right.
See, there you go, Amy. You never. I can hear you now. Okay, who's the idiot now?
Pour a little bit more Captain Morgan in there because I'm really liking this vibe that we're having right now.
I was gonna say I don't think I should have any more Captain Morgan right now. We're failing so hard.
I'm not mad.